ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੱਕ ਅਹਿਮ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਮਾਸਟਰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਰਸ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਹੋਰ ਹੱਥ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਈਓ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਰਾ ਲਾਊਡ ਚੀਅਰਸ ਫॉर them ਜੀ ਤਾਲੀਆਂ ਵਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ। ਇਹ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਬਸੰਤ ਦੇਖੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸੈਕਟਰੀ ਹੈ IAS ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਦੇਰ all doctors on the stage, so and all medical personnel in this hall and किन्ने हुण इत्थे 20 ਦਾ ਬੈਚ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੈਠੋ ਜੀ ਪਲੀਜ਼ 37 ਇੱਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ 35 ਹਾਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗਸ ਖੜੇ ਹੋ ਜੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਜ਼ੋਰਦਾਰ ਤਾਲੀਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰੋ ਜੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਬੈਠੋ ਜੀ। ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਕੰਪੋਨੈਂਟ ਇਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਡਰੱਗ ਡਿਪੈਂਡੈਂਸ ਐਂਡ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਮੈਂਟ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਹੈ which is in the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. So ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਡਾਕਟਰਸ ਉੱਥੇ ਭੇਜੇ obviously they know more than me and Dr. Basant or even I would say the psychiatrist. So they are the experts ਜੋ global best practices ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਮਤਲਬ if the doctors and AIIMS know will it help? Even ਜੇ ਉਹ doctors of AIIMS Mohali know it, will it help the people of Punjab? How will it help? This knowledge has to flow from National Drug Dependence Treatment Center to AIIMS Mohali, then to all the centers, to all the psychiatrists, to all the medical officers. Now we are training medical officer. Those who got the training were psychiatrists. Is that right? They are all psychiatrists, they are experts, so they already know more, but they have gone. Have you learned something good from their new practices? So ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਕੁਝ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਰੋਇਨ ਐਡਿਕਟ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੈਬਲੇਟਸ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਨੇਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ we want to start liquid methadone therapy. ਅੱਛਾ addiction is only among boys or girls? Both? ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਚੁੱਪ ਬੈਠੀਆਂ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂ ਵੀ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ why should boys have all the fun? So ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜੈਂਡਰ ਇਕੁਐਲਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜੀ do it in education, do it in sports, do it in anywhere else but not in drugs please. ਇਹ ਹੈ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਨਾ ਕਈ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹਸਬੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਵਾਈਫ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਵੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਚੱਲ ਫਿਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਬਟ ਦੈਟਸ ਨਾਟ ਦਾ ਰਾਈਟ ਅਪਰੋਚ। ਉਹਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਲ ਹੀ ਦੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਕਪੂਰਥਲਾ ਤੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਲਿਕੁਇਡ ਮੈਥਡੋਨ ਐਟ ਲੀਸਟ ਇਨ ਆਲ ਦ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟਸ ਐਂਡ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਇਹ ਵਾਲਾ ਐਸਪੈਕਟ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਇੰਜੈਕਟਿੰਗ ਡਰੱਗ ਯੂਜ਼ਰਸ ਹੈ what is the principal mode of spread of HIV and hepatitis in Punjab? ਹਾਂਜੀ sharing of needles anywhere in the world it's unprotected sex. So that is the kind of harm reduction which we can achieve if we can move them to oral substitution therapy or even liquid methadone therapy. The harm reduction will be there. There will be reduction in cases of HIV, hepatitis B and C, even tuberculosis and so many other diseases, and above all the crime also, because it's the heroin addicts who indulge in all kind of risky behavior, snatchings, extortions and all kind of negative activities. Generally those who take opium and they are not generally there's no immunity, but even some people who drink because alcohol we take it as something normal, it's a socially accepted kind of addiction which is not a good thing and Punjabis the liver failure ho raha because of this also and even because of their lifestyle changes and dietary habits also. So ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਚ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ knowledge ਹੈ it has to flow from AIIMS to all the psychiatrists of Punjab, then all the medical officers of Punjab, then the CHOs, then all the paramedics, nurses, ANMs and even right up to the ASHA worker. So it has to go through you see ਇੱਕ ਨੋਟਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਇੱਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਲਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਨੋਟਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੁਲਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਪਰਪਸ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਪਰਪਸ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਹੱਥ ਖੜਾ ਕਰਿਓ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਪਿੰਡ ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ ਡਰਦੀਆਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਪਿੰਡ ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਕੋਈ ਹੱਥ ਖੜਾ ਕਰ ਡਰ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੀ ਪੇਂਡੂ ਹੋਣਾ ਮਾੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀਆਂ 5-4 ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਚ ਵੀ ਨਸ਼ਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਲੋਕ ਨਾ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੀ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਬਟ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਰਿਸਪੋਂਸੀਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਸਮਝਾਂਗੇ। ਦੋ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੈਲਮਟ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋਗੇ, ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਪੁਲਿਸਮੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋਗੇ ਨਾ ਜੀ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੈਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਪੁਲਿਸਮੈਨ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਟੱਕ ਪਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਜੀ। ਤੇ ਦੂਜਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਮਝ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜਾਂ ਫॉर दैट ਪਰਪਸ ਸੀਟ ਬੈਲਟ ਆਲਸੋ। ਸੋ ਸਿਮਿਲਰਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ, ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਉਹ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਛੱਡ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡੀ ਐਡਿਕਸ਼ਨ ਰੀਹੈਬ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ, ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਭੱਜ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਅਕਸਰ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਲੱਗਦੀਆਂ ਨਾ, ਭੱਜ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ। ਜੇ ਥਰੂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੇਂਜ ਥਰੂ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਏਗੀ, ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਮੈਡਮ ਨੂੰ, ਸਿਵਲ ਸਰਜਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਗੱਲ ਪੁੱਛ ਲਾਂ, ਦੇ ਹੈਵ ਫੁੱਲ ਨੌਲੇਜ। When I go to a ward, the psychiatrist has to know every person by name ਕਿ ਇਹਦੀ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਡਰੱਗ ਐਡਿਕਸ਼ਨ ਇਹਨੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਇਹਨੇ, what was the reason which pushed him, what are the social environment in his village, in his mohalla, and what can we do to change that। ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਇਨਵਾਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਚੇਂਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਪਰਸਨਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਬਾਰੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ ਹਮਦਰਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਟਰਸਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ, ਗੋਲੀਆਂ, ਟੈਬਲੇਟਸ ਔਰ ਐਨੀਥਿੰਗ ਲਿਕੁਇਡ ਮੈਥਾਡੋਨ ਵਿਲ ਨਾਟ ਵਰਕ। ਯੂ ਨੋ ਯੂਰ ਬੋਡੀ ਕੈਨ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਡੋਪਾਮੀਨ, adrenaline, ਹੈ ਨਾ, so many other hormones of joy, so it can create much more powerful and effective chemicals than the morphine itself, ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਸੋ ਬੋਡੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਐਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ with faith, with trust, with good work, with good intentions, with good actions। ਤੇ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਸ ਪਾਥ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ, ਤੇ ਇਸੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਬਾਬੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਨਾਮ ਖੁਮਾਰੀ ਨਾਨਕਾ ਚੜੀ ਰਹੇ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ। ਕਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ, ਚਾਹੇ ਰੱਬ ਨਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਮ ਨਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਕਿਸੇ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਕਿਸੇ ਮਕਸਦ ਨਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਹਾਰਮੋਨਸ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਫਿਰ ਕੈਟਾਕੋਲਾਮਿਨਸ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਮਾਈਗ੍ਰੇਨ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, ਪੈਪਟਿਕ ਅਲਸਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਹਾਰਟ ਅਟੈਕ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਸਡਨ ਕਾਰਡੀਅਕ ਡੈਥ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਹਾਰਮੋਨਸ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। ਸੋ ਬੋਡੀ ਹੈਜ਼ ਦਾ ਕੈਪੇਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸਿੰਗ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ। ਤੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫਲੋ ਆਫ ਨੌਲੇਜ, ਤੇ ਦੂਜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਵਾਟ ਆਰ ਵੀ ਟਰਾਈਂਗ ਟੂ ਡੂ, ਵਾਟ ਆਰ ਆਵਰ ਏਮਸ ਐਂਡ ਆਬਜੈਕਟਿਵ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਨੀਚੇ ਜਾਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ, ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਕੰਪੋਨੈਂਟਸ ਆ, ਉਹਦੀ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਉੱਪਰ ਤੱਕ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਦੈਟ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਜ਼ ਟੂ ਬੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸਡ ਕਿ ਵੇਅਰ ਇਜ਼ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ, ਵਾਈ ਆਰ ਵੀ ਨਾਟ ਗੈਟਿੰਗ ਗੁੱਡ ਰਿਜ਼ਲਟਸ। We are getting very good results in sub-centers, like Wishavwarta is doing very well, Kapurthala is doing well, Dr. Sandeep, the program director, is here. Some other districts are doing reasonably good, but some districts are doing very poorly. Why so? So ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਡਾਟਾ ਇੰਟੈਲੀਜੈਂਸ ਐਂਡ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੈਗਾ, ਉਹਦਾ ਹੈੱਡ ਆਫਿਸ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ। ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਸਾਗਰ ਇੰਸਟੀਚਿਊਟ ਆਫ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਹੈਲਥ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ 'ਚ, ਉਹ ਹੈਗਾ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਅਨੰਨਿਆ ਬਿਰਲਾ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ, ਬਿਰਲਾ, ਟਾਟਾ ਬਿਰਲਾ ਤਾਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ, ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ। ਦੇ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਸਪੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਅਬਾਊਟ 60 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪੀਜ਼ ਔਨ ਦਿਸ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਸਿਵਾਏ ਟਾਟਾ ਇੰਸਟੀਚਿਊਟ ਆਫ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਸ, ਏਮਸ, PGI, ਔਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰੋਪੜ ਵਾਲਾ IIT ਆ। ਸੋ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਗਿਵਿੰਗ ਅਸ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਸਪੋਰਟ। ਸੋ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਟਰਾਈਂਗ ਟੂ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਹੋਵੇ, ਸੋ ਦੈਟ ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਫਲੋ ਟੂ ਅਸ। So the patient information has to flow. We should know what we are doing. So ਇਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਵੀ have a network of old centers where the patient comes and takes the medicines. Then de-addiction and rehabilitation center, both government or medical college. Now all the medical colleges, they have joined us. Lot of nursing colleges, they have offered their services. So we have treatment facilities from 1,000 to 5,000 beds. So now the missing link is that we all have to get involved. If we all try, drug addict ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 10 ਲੱਖ, population ਹੈਗੀ ਆ 3 ਕਰੋੜ, ਕਿੰਨੇ ਬੰਦਾ ਦੇ ਇੱਕ drug addict ਆਉਂਦਾ? We only have to motivate him. Government has made all the facilities, entire treatment is free. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ we will give them some kind of skill development, some kind of skill, and we will help them with the employment also. So if Punjab is drug free, so the resources we are using today to treat drug addiction, We can use it to treat dengue, malaria, diarrhea, and so many. We still have cholera, so we can divert those resources for the treatment of other lifestyle disorders, vector-borne, waterborne diseases, even clean water. I will say, I will also say the clean air. So those resources can be used for better purposes. That is one aspect. So plus, if there are no drug addicts, if there are no injecting drug users, even if there are no injecting drug users, crime will come down. If the crime comes down, Punjab will be a peaceful state, more industry will come, more medical colleges will open, because when then NRIs and other people, they come and open medical colleges, you people will get jobs. There will be more engineering institutes, more ITIs, more IITs, more management institutes. And if anybody, where would you like to go? Anybody would like to go to Ukraine? Israel? No? New Zealand? Yes? You'll go to a peaceful country. So anybody who wants to invest his money, he'll go to a state which is peaceful, which doesn't have much crime. So if there is more industry, if there are more institutes coming up, if people are investing in Punjab, so there will be more employment generation. So and the women will be more free, right? And you see, whether it's a war or any other tragedy, it's the women and the children who suffer the most. You agree with that? So this data intelligence and technical support unit. So now we have the cluster resource centers. Again, Mohali is another one. They are located in all the 4 government medical colleges plus PIMS, which is not exactly a government college, but it used to be a government college. So we have the 5 cluster resource centers, so where the doctors will be trained. Now we have the master trainers, we have the trained people, medical officers. Now the medical officer has to go and train the rest of their staff. And that is how to motivate a person, basic skills, how to convince the patient, counseling techniques and all this, and involve their families. It's not a rocket science, you see, it's a disease of the mind. Like you have the disease of the body, somebody has typhoid, you know how to treat it. Somebody has malaria, you know what chemical will help, like that. But this is a disease where your personal rapport with the patient will help more than the medicines. Any other psychosomatic disease, even migraine and so many other things, we say it's a psychosomatic disease, irritable bowel syndrome. There are so many diseases where mind is, you see, where is the mind? Where is the mind? Never mind. It's not in the brain. Every cell has its mind of its own. We all start with one zygote and go on to come. We are a colony of 1.3 trillion cells, and 1.3 trillion cells, every cell has mind of its own. So, you see, if the injury is there, so the process starts there, platelets and everything, they don't wait a message from the brain that something is wrong, and if somebody pricks you, you immediately withdraw. It's not that message will go and then come. It's not like a government kind of a system. So it's the disease of the mind, and you see, the personal contact, eye contact, shaking hand, and a gentle, you see, a doctor putting a head on the shoulder or reassuring or hope, giving hope to the patients. So all these things, they do help. At the same time, we have to work in a professional manner, in a highly professional manner. I think we all try, and very soon Punjab will be drug-free. And I have very high hopes from the trainers and from the doctors who got the training today. We are going to have 1,000 more doctors. So all those nursing students and medical students, we have the medical students also? Medical students, raise your hands. Okay, good. And nursing students? So they are only this side, mostly this side. Okay. Now, before you do your graduation, you should all be trained in advanced life support. You should know how to intubate a patient. You see, maybe emergency happens when you are traveling in a train or in a plane. So you should be able to help the patient till ambulance comes or patient reaches hospital. So every doctor, every nursing students, every medical graduate, they should be fully trained in advanced life support, and any other graduate, any other stream, they should be trained in basic life support. So that is what I wish, and I hope Dr. Bhavneet, you will make it possible in aims, and you will lead by example. And also you should know what are the drugs and what are the is the drug addiction Punjab problem, or it's a national problem, or it's an international problem? It's a global problem. Okay? We have United Nations program on drug control, and you see this is a global problem, but there are no I would say very good models. There are models for harm reduction, like I mentioned about liquid methadone. There are not many because there is a higher stigma for women to approach health services and you see and come out and say that I am a drug addict than the men. Men stand in the queue and get their tablets and they don't feel ashamed what the women do. So if the women is affected, then the whole family is affected. Women, they shield their kids from their drug addict husbands, but if the women herself, if she herself is taking drugs, who will protect the kids? So that is, and who will? They are also the caregiver for the for their grandparents and all this. So nobody will do that. But the women are falling prey because of the various social and other economic reasons, and there are other reasons. So. I hope that all of you will rise to the occasion and work in your village. Now it's a global problem. You cannot act in the world. It's a national problem. You can't go to Tamil Nadu. You can't go to Delhi or to Himachal or any other state or Rajasthan work. You can work only in your state. Even within your state, you can, if you are from Mohali, you will not go to Gurdaspur and work. You will work in Mohali. Even in Mohali, you will work in your Mohalla. That's the best thing for you, or in your own village, or in your own ward or Mohalla, whatever it is. So you have to make your village or your Mohalla, that is where you can contribute. And all those who listen to me, I request everybody that like we say that we plant one tree. So if you can motivate one person to give up injecting drug user and move to liquid methadone, or motivate him, take to the de-addiction center or rehab center, and if you can move one person away from injecting drug user, so you have made a huge contribution to the program. So I expect it from you, and I think this is a fortnight for eye donation. I have donated all my organs. So once you leave this world, maybe you see, I wish you a very long life, but one day we all have to go, right? So how many of you will like to pledge all your organs?
Many students have already pledged.
They have already pledged. Very few, not all of them. Na? ਅੱਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਆਣੇ, ਇੱਥੇ ਆਣੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਲੈ ਲਿਓ ਮੇਰੇ ਜਾਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਜਾਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੀ ਲੈਂਦੇ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਂਦੇ, ਡੋਂਟ ਵਰੀ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ? ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਰਿਲੇਟਿਵਸ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ. Generally, sister will give it to the brother or vice versa, whatever it is. That is by the family members, but that's for kidney and other things. But like cornea, it's the cornea eye donation fortnight going on. I think we can all easily donate our corneas for that, and you must pledge that. So, with these words, with a very high hope from you, that with 50,000 nursing students, and more than 10,000 medical students and interns and doctors, we can lead by example, and even in this drug addiction problem and even the mental health problem. Even the domestic violence is a mental health issue. There are so many other now, even mobile addiction is a mental health issue. People are, you see, becoming addicted to the mobile phone also. This is also a bad addiction. So we have to keep ourselves free from all these kind of addictions and help somebody else. Maybe medical students can help one person every year, like you donate blood at least once a year or twice a year. So similarly, you can make a higher contribution than other people and persuade your peers who are not in medical college. Somebody may be studying engineering, agriculture or any other stream. You ask them, let us form a group. Let's do this job for our country and for our own self. This Punjab belongs to you, this country belongs to you, this world belongs to you. So last but not the least, as a doctor, there are two waves sweeping the globe. One is the heat wave, other is the hate wave. The consequences are there. I would say 40% of Punjab is facing threats, floods. Himachal is worse. They are having landslides, and you see the very big buildings are coming down like House of Cards. Uttarakhand, Kashmir, they have terrible floods. Rajasthan has terrible floods. Gujarat has floods. I don't see a state which doesn't have floods. So either even our cities are getting flooded, like the Gurugram, Millennium City, the smart cities, where are they are not sustainable. So Sharnarthi, you see, this word was associated with the wars, the victims of war. Now, because of environmental, I think there are 2 crore people who are displaced right now in India at the global level, and I think it must be close to 700-800 people who have died because of floods in India and flash floods and landslides. It's equal number in Pakistan. We are going in for drones. We are making drones. We are making missiles. We are making nuclear bombs and so many other things. But we can't forecast the weather accurately. We can't protect our people from floods. And the heat wave, the consequences in West Asia, at least the Ukraine war is going on, the Israel war is going on. We are very close to that disaster. And there are so many other countries. Recently, I think, many other 6-7 other countries. There are certain countries which are perpetually in conflict in the African continent. So many of them, Somalia, and all this. So all these things, do they matter to you? If there is a Ukraine war, petrol prices rise, diesel prices rise, you bear the brunt. Now the tariff war is there, you will bear the brunt. Again, you see, our exports will stop. So it's a global village. So unfortunately, not many leaders are thinking about the people. They are thinking they are going to spend. You see, they are increasing their defense budget from 2% to 5%. So from where the money will come? It will come from health, education, agriculture, from other social priority sectors. So people will suffer because of that. It's the poorest countries. You see, whether it's a dirty air, if nearly 1.6 million, that is 16 lakh people die in India because of dirty air every year. Because in the top 100 countries, we have the maximum number of cities in that list. So at the global level, it is nearly, 67 million people, they suffer because of poor air quality, and most of them, and more than 80% are in developing countries. India is one of them, and we are still a developing country. When I was a student at that time also, we were a developing country. We are the fastest growing economy. We have the nuclear bombs. We have the latest missiles. But people are dying because of floods, because of diarrhea, dengue, chikungunya, lifestyle disorders, kidney failure, liver failure, cancer. Cancer is there in the air, it's there in the water, it's there in the food. So we are testing all that. Why sudden cardiac death? Why so much cancer? So we are testing all these, and I think the best solution is well-informed citizens. Now, how many of higher lucky students are there? Maybe 5%, 10%, 20%? How many of you know the air quality of your city? Raise your hands. How many of you regularly check the air quality index? No, you don't do it, na? Nahi karte ho na. So do it. Demand it. So if the students start a campaign for a peaceful world, you can start a campaign from here only, that don't increase spending on the defense. We need better medical institutes. We need better hospitals. We need better schools. We want better relationship between the countries. We don't need to weaponize the space. We don't want missiles in the space now. You have already put it in the sea. You have put it on the earth. You have put it in the air also. AVAX. So don't put it in the space. We don't need more weapons. We need more schools. We need more colleges. We need more. We need employment. We need clean air to breathe. So you can start a campaign. Maybe have you heard about Greta Thunberg? How many students have heard about Greta Thunberg? You are not a student. You know it. Thank you. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign. She is an international environmental activist. She is also a student. Malala Yousafzai, child right activist, female child activist. How many of you know Malala Yousafzai? My dear kids, this small device, how many of you have mobile phone? Use it to know about you. See what is happening in the world, what is happening in your country, and what is happening around you. You think you will not be affected with all this, what I am talking about? You will be affected, my child. So it should matter to you. It's your Punjab again, I say. Anyway, it may be a bit too high, but I think, is it too much to expect from the kids who are using mobile 24/7? See, the knowledge is there, information is there. So mostly it's chatting and junk food. It's like junk food. You have the healthy option, you have the junk food. So you prefer junk food. So it's like eating, you see, burger and pizzas only and not avoiding the fruit and all this. You should know who are the people. I mean, if you see, otherwise you will become a citizen if you are well informed. Otherwise you are a subject. You will have rajas to rule you, not to guide you, right? So you have to find your own way. So I hope that you see somebody working in a brick kiln, in a factory, Narega worker, do I expect them to know is Greta Thunberg or Malala Yousafzai, or what are the global challenges, what are the challenges for Punjab, for India? Again, it's a both waves, heat wave and hate wave are hitting us very hard. As a country, as a state, at the local level, every individual it's affecting. So I hope that students will change their mindset. It's about the mind. Everything is in the mind. So you have to be mindful eating, mindful thinking, spending half an hour in the morning with yourself and thinking, reading at least 2 or 3 newspapers every day. You see, if you compare newspaper with the social media, still you will find good articles. People work hard, they write an article, and then you must read it. What is it? At least read editorial in 1 or 2 our leading newspaper, Tribune, Indian Express, Hindustan Times, Punjabi Jagran, Ajit, and Punjab Kesari, and all this. Still, some people, eminent people, write in and you see, you must read 1 hour. If you are a nursing student, must read at least 1 hour. If the doctor, you see a patient, go home. If you see it, 80 patients, I mean, there will be 1 or 2 patients where you have not understood what the problem is, but you still given the medicine patient. Na? So, so I used to have this problem. I will call my teachers, I will discuss with my colleagues, case I will call even doctors in PGI, and they are very helpful. So we will discuss, and sometime even, you see, discussing among 10 doctors, we will not reach anywhere. It will take long time before we come to a correct diagnosis. There is a novel called Final Diagnosis. You must read it. Okay? Well, the amputation was done and the diagnosis was wrong. Final diagnosis. So, laughter is the best medicine. You agree? Who said it? Who said it? And why he said it? Have you heard about Benjamin Brothers? It's there on the net. Go and read it. So you must read. Medicine is not only about giving some chemicals. There is prevention of disease, promotion of good health. You have to do yoga, you have to do meditation, you have to take proper diet. 60% of diet should be natural food, which is untouched by the human being, be it fruit or salad. As the nature has produced it, you consume it. And rest, out of rest, you see, 40%, I would say 35%, 40%, or even 40% or 30% should be what is produced by the farmer and from mother's kitchen, mom's kitchen. It's called mom's kitchen, but it can be father's kitchen also, so for gender equality. So sometimes some people love to do cooking, so from the home kitchen, and 5 or 10% should be the junk food. That also holds for when you use social media. It should be 90% staple diet. Reading good things, reading good articles, reading good biographies about how people succeeded it, how did we get the independence, how many people died in that, when the partition happened, what happened, how many floods Punjab had faced. So why recurrent floods, what are the reasons, why so many forest fires. In US, California is having fires, Texas is having floods. Spain, France is having worst kind of forest fires. Australia had worst kind of forest fires. You see those images on the TV? Do they bother you? Or you think it's very far off? It's happening near. Have you seen the images of Uttarakhand? A village being wiped off. So, we are facing the consequences of what is happening in Himachal. That has to come to us. We are facing it. I was there for 4 days in these flood affected Kapurthala, Tarn, Firozpur, Fazilka. You see, people are living in misery because of this, because we cannot manage. We can fight for water with the neighboring state, with the neighboring country. We can go to war with the neighboring country. So we can fight with each other. We can go to the courts. But we can't get together and find a solution for these problems. That's what the demand has to come from citizens. If the citizens get together where the governments fail, citizens succeed. So I wish all the very good luck to the trainers, to those who are getting trained, and those who will be willing to get trained and be part of Yudh Nasha Virudh. Sade Mahanayog Mukh Mantri Sahab or Arvind Kejriwal ji, they have put education and health at the top priority. So it's only through education and health that you can serve the nation. You can be really a patriot. You don't have to hold a gun and go to the border, you see, and fight for the country. The freedom fighters, they have done it for you. Army, Navy, Air Force are doing it for you. So you have to find different battles, like the doctors has fought during the COVID war. And you are the frontline soldiers for that, and we did it together and did it with elegance, and but we have learned few lessons. So let's put our hands together, let's put our ideas together, our heads together, and work together for a drug-free Punjab. Thank you very much.